Yes, family. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First, Empress Fazera Menin, one perfect balance, family. Yes, greetings, greetings. Welcome to your favorite broadcast, politically incorrect, where we get it correct. Yes, family. Oh man, yeah. I pardon a little half an hour. I was there getting a little something to eat. I had to, man. I was out all day, putting in work. Pretty successful day, productive. Give thanks for the universe and making all the possible things possible, or the impossible possible. The impossible was possible. So yeah, give thanks for that for sure. Oh man, magnificent money making Monday. You know, considering all that's going on, it is crazy out there in them streets, man. But feeling good about it, man. Yes, so I trust that everybody's having a great and fantastic day. As always, sound check, mic check. If you can hear me, go ahead and give me some feed forward. Let me know that we plug in together. Things look much better here. So, man, step by step, we gonna get there together. We gonna get there together, man. Tonight. Oh, we gonna light this up tonight. Oh, we gonna light this up tonight. Jano. So in the meantime, family, and in between time, family, y'all know how we do. Want y'all to tell a friend to tell a friend. Let me go ahead and matter of fact, hold on, wait a minute. Let me click on this one here. This one here. Andrea, I see you. Yeah. Miss Critchlow. Andrea's all they got it covered tonight. Can hear you. Good night. Franklin, Jarvis, Jackie, come on, family. Daffodil, Kimar. Yeah, shout out to everybody, man, that's on here ready, up and running. Definitely, as always, give me some feed forward. You know how it go. Yeah, yeah, good things happening, great things happening, really. Let me drop a tune here with my sister real quick while I go and tell a friend and tell a friend. Yeah, y'all already know. And for those now joining us for the first time, you know, go tell a friend and tell a friend. Don't have this experience by yourself. This is too critical right here, man. And I want folks to really grasp the fact. Someone was saying to me that, focus on the message and forget the likes. I mean, not, I just want to say we're not even thinking about likes. But one thing I realized is that information has to get out. And the only way it's going to get out is by us getting it out. We say we trust the spirit realm to make things happen. But one thing about, let me say the Christians, let me just use as an example. God has never done God's work on earth. God has always assigned individuals who have a divine calling and a divine duty to do his work. And not every divine being wants to do the work. Like Jonah, for example. Jonah ran. When Jonah was supposed to go to Nineveh, Jonah ran the opposite direction. So imagine an entire city would have been lost had he not come to his senses because of a whale. And I'm just using this story allegorically speaking to say this much. The responsibility is on us, those of us who have been called to do a work, to do the work. Simple as that. And whereas some do the work, like the five virgins came prepared and were ready for the distance, some came, yeah, but eventually had to leave to do other things to come forward. But in the absence is when other things happen. So all I'm saying is, family, we in this together, man. We got to make it happen together. So let us all do our part, however great, however small, and make it happen, man. Make it happen, man. Just want to drop this song, my sister Kalia Rose, called "Weep Not." Let me drop this in here real quick while I tell a friend to tell a friend. It's called "Weep Not." Sleep not, family. The root of King David. Ain't no time for sleeping, family. Arise. Eyes in the cold, the sheep. Boys in the fish in the stream. I've seen a red road. If I'll put that
Have the fresh vegetable. Conscious of what you put in your mouth. Stop and real. Cancer is lurking about. So that's what you're putting on. You better table movie now. Oh no, the road of King David, take now. Oh baby, oh we now. Oh baby, the road of King David, take now.
Yes.
Fire burning red hot. You know how you wicked and you slow. Don't dare touch the black sky. I'm talking to you, baby. And I'm on information. I'm approach your corruption and pollution. You put in on the food. Cause the food is the stuff of life you know. The stuff of life for what we need to survive. Be prepared to face this judgment sweet.
Weep not, family. Fire burning red, family. Fire burning red hot. The root of King David. Sleep not, family. It's no time to be sleeping, man. I see you, Omar. You got some folks in Montreal. Give thanks. Stay focused. Shout out to all my Montreal and T-Dot and Vancouver family. You see it from far. I see you, Sonia. Weep not, sleep not, family. Real driver is a Rasta driver. I love it, sister. Beautiful Joe, man. Weep not, family. She said, weep not, man. She said, weep not and sleep not, family. Welcome aboard again. Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct. Those joining us, we got folks in Montreal. I always love to see when the folks from a distant land come to Barbados. Although there's no tourism, we going to bring the tourists still, and we make the world conscious of what's happening here in the smaller sector of the globe in all this pandemic madness. And the reality is tonight, family, I have some things to say, and I know it ain't going to sit well with people. I mean, I just know that this ain't going to sit well at all tonight. You know what I mean? And that's the reality, man. I dropped some Latin there on the post tonight. I don't know if y'all noticed it. And I had to, man. I had to. Let me get these links. I'm going to just start sharing it just now. I'm going to do a share screen in a second. I got some stuff to put up, family. Go get a pen. Go get a pen and a piece of paper. You're going to definitely need it tonight. I'll write these links down when you get a chance. Go and check it out for yourself as best you can. Yeah, you got that. If you got your pen and your paper, let me just start to share screen real quick. If you got your pen and your paper, as a matter of fact, let me address some in-house issues first. You know. Yeah. That's what's up, man. All right, I see you. Yes, family. See this. Pacem. Bellum. Yes. Si vis pacem Bellum. It is Latin. It is Latin, meaning, I see you. I see you, Fire Space. I see you, David. It means if you want peace, prepare for war. Now, why would I say that? And why did I put it in Latin? That's the other thing. We'll get to that a little later though. But si vis pacem para bellum. That's what's up, family. If you want peace, prepare for war. Now I'm going to make this real clear here right now, once and for all. I don't even think I'm going to repeat what I'm going to repeat here tonight. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is this, man. And, you know, where do I begin? Give me a sec. Let me set up the dashboard, man. Let me set up the dashboard differently so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Keep an eye on stuff. Oh, by the way, I want to thank all those who went on the YouTube page, Politically Incorrect. Thank you for the support already. Give thanks. And I think I'm putting the post. I'll link up in the chat. I think I'll put the link up in the chat. As a matter of fact, we just go ahead and get that one time. For those who are aware of it, Politically Incorrect, we have now an official YouTube channel. Can't believe that. This is madness. But it's necessary in times like this. So we have a channel so you can go and click and see what's up. The event is on live right now as we speak. I'm just going to go ahead and let me see if I should copy the page or copy the actual channel. You know, I'm just going to put it out here. Yeah, you know, decide how y'all deal with it accordingly. Nonetheless, but I just post that in the chat. The link to the YouTube channel. On the channel, be a magic straight. Y'all do already. I ain't gotta tell y'all. Go to work. One of the things they're using right now is social media. That's why you see they're always online and they always. Let me just stop this one. Hang on a second. Yeah, let me just stop this. They're always online and they always promoting some sort of press conference or release and some, you know, and that's all with one intention. That the whole purpose of that is to keep people, you know, stuck in a certain dimension so that all they can think about is the information that they're giving them. If you think about it, you can search. I mean, the news isn't even the news anymore. All they ever talk about now is COVID. No matter what channel you go on, no matter which press release, whether one paper or the other paper, all you're being bombarded with consistently is this one topic: get vaccine. This is it. You don't hear nothing else or anything else, hardly ever anymore. Why is this? Because they keep that in your forefront, keep that in your awareness. That's all you ever hear. That's all you think about. And now they talk about numbers and this and that and this percentage. And I listened partly tonight, but I know why I listened tonight for one reason and one reason only. Because I said this last couple of days, last couple of broadcasts, last couple of weeks. I've been saying it. It's coming to this. Although they're not going to say outright, we are going to mandate something like all the other Caribbean leaders who happen to be masculine, dealing with masculine energy. And quite frankly, a lot of them may have, I want to say hidden issues, but other issues in the closet, you know, maybe pun intended. Who knows? My point is that our main administrator is female and will approach this from a very different perspective. Like the elder told me this afternoon, man has always crafted his own destruction and women are the destruction of man. This is the funniest thing. So when he said it, I listened to it like, okay, I noted, you know. So I know that her approach is going to be very different. And the difference is that you see in it where you're not being told that we're going to mandate something. You're being almost, what they call it, mama guy. You know, you're like the farmer feeding the turkey for Thanksgiving. No, we're going to be good. Don't worry about it. I give you extra feed because I love you. Come eat up the extra feed and get fat. Although it is October. You know what I'm saying? So there may be an agenda that you, the turkey, not aware of. And I'm not calling you a turkey, you know, by any means necessary. I'm saying that there's something going on. Here's the proof of it. Here's the proof. Here's the empirical evidence that there's something else going on. If you thought about it, that let's say we are told now that there are safety zones. Trinidad have safety zones right now as we speak. In case the news didn't tell you that. Trinidad have safety zones. If you go certain places that you're not supposed to go because you don't have the blue card, you'll be fined X amount of dollars. If you go into a business that you're not supposed to go in because you don't have a blue card, the business will be fined. I think it's $25,000 for allowing you in to buy. So let's just say you live in an area that have surrounded nothing but safety zones. All around you is safety zones, and you don't have a vaccine. It means that the blue card, because I'm sure you can buy a blue card. So I'm just using the blue card. So you can't go into this supermarket because you don't have a blue card. You can't get gas from your gas station because you don't have a blue card. You can't buy stationery for your school supplies or medication in the pharmacy or whatever because you don't have the pass to get access to this particular institution or place of business. So what's happening invariably then? These safety zones are creating boundaries and borders. Because if you get caught in that area, you can go ahead and you can go ahead and do it. Don't get me wrong. But if you are stopped and checked, or hypothetically speaking, they take your information, like your number, your cell phone, and they track it, or they use these cameras that are everywhere for facial recognition for the digital ID. Think about it, so that it's easier to identify you. They know that you're not supposed to be where you are, because you're not in the system as having the clearance or the authorization to be in that facility, that vicinity. So this whole idea of digitizing Barbados, right? Cameras everywhere, the digital ID and stuff. Understand this, family. You're being played. We are being played. Let me put it in perspective because we all in this together. We are being played into a situation that nobody is outright talking about. But I'm going to drop the science, man. Empirical evidence right here that this is what we're dealing with, because it's obvious to duck. So we have these safety zones. What do they mean by safety zones? They're going to create safety zones. It's a safety zone. It's a zone where you're safe. Well, if you're only safe if you have the vax, it means that individuals who do not have the vax, well, then you're not allowed to come there. You're not allowed to come there. So then what are you going to do? What are we going to do? So my thing is, there's this conversation about those taking the jab versus those not taking the jab for religious, philosophical, or what other reason. We understand those, and and it goes on. But you have never, here's the proof now. Here's the proof I was telling you about. You have never heard a conversation where they included plans for the individuals who are not going to be taking it. Are they going to be given an exemption card? Are they going to be given on their digital IDs an exemption stamp that says this individual has satisfied that they are exempt from participating in this, whatever they want to call it, is really irrelevant at this point, and therefore should and will still be allowed to have access to all safe zones? You're not hearing that conversation, family. No one is talking about you. No one is talking about me, because I'm not taking it. And that's not that's not saying that you should or you shouldn't take it. I'm saying I don't need it. I am going to work with the natural immunity. That's the direction I'm going in. Despite I'm hearing conversations from one particular doctor that works with them as well, and some other people online about studies saying that natural immunity is no good, which is funny. It's absolutely funny. You're suggesting that your immunity doesn't work well enough. Well, the funny thing is this: if your natural immunity was not working well enough, now check the science of this. And I'm not even a doctor, family. I'm not even a virologist. I'm not even a medical physician. I'm not even, man, look, man. Watch Revelation. They claim that natural immunity is no good and it doesn't work as well as a vaccine. This is what they say. Yet, the funny thing is, when we did not have a vaccine, we never had so many cases. And the cases that we did have, everybody went back home. Why? Because their natural immunity healed them. But nevertheless, they don't even want to talk about that. So now they're talking this vaccine, not a problem. All of a sudden now we have all the vaccines from all over the world, every brand you can think of, every whether cheap or expensive version of it. All of a sudden we have far more deaths and far more cases since they start giving out the vaccines. This is the funny thing, and no one is having that conversation. Our main administrator, our main servant, got on television tonight and talk about as if she has a medical background, which is the funny thing. I don't see why she's even the one having this conversation. She doesn't have a medical background, neither does the Minister of Health. Yet they're the ones advocating for this 24/7 every time you turn on the TV. You might hear a doctor get a little 30-second, 2-minute clip. But for the most part, these two individuals are the ones having this conversation. They're no more versed than me. As a matter of fact, I would even go as far as saying I am probably more versed than them because the information I brought to you is based on facts, not science. Facts. Why I say facts and not science? Because science is not always right. Fauci first started saying follow the science. You don't need a mask. Okay, wear a mask. Well, you shouldn't wear a mask. Well, certain people shouldn't wear a mask. Are you outdoor? Are you indoor? And this is a science. But it keeps flipping back and forth, front and backward, side, and he kept flipping. Science is the only field that can change and not explain why or even give an apology. So I don't deal with science. I deal with the facts. And here are the facts of the matter. They are no more versed than me, and I suspect I know a little bit more, quite frankly. And I'm willing to sit with any one of them at any point in time. Whether the main servant, Miss Mia, and more importantly, yeah, I call your name. Mr. Bostic, no problem. Whether Corey, Dr. Cave, I'm willing to sit with any one of them. Kenneth, I would definitely love to sit with Kenneth. Matter of fact, I would sit with all of them at one time. And I would just simply have questions. I don't have no answers. All I have is questions. I am welcoming any one of y'all or all of y'all to come on politically incorrect. I'm asking all y'all know how to reach me, man. You know how to reach me. You know how to reach me. That ain't no issue. Come, let us sit and have a conversation. I only want to ask questions. Dr. Cave, Corey Ford, Mr. Bostic, Miss Motley, and Kenneth, whoever his name is, and whoever else y'all want to bring. Miss Williams and all could come. Even the Professor Yui could come. I just have questions. Let me do a question and answer panel situation. I answer questions, y'all give me the answers. Let's do that. How that sound? Come on board. Let's have this conversation. This is long overdue because I met a lady this weekend. And by the way, I want to shout out to all the frontline workers. Yes, the doctors and nurses, but especially supermarket cashiers and people who pack the bags and the taxi drivers that carry these people to and from the airport and to and from work. Because we always look at the nurses and doctors as if they're the only ones exposed to patients. Why? Because the idiocy of this asinine situation is that people are only sick in some point. So the only people in Barbados that are sick with COVID are people in some point. This is how stupid this whole thing is. Because natural immunity simply means that out of the 10,000 people right now or 11,000 people that they claim have COVID and only 80-something or 90 deaths, it means that everybody else has been healed naturally and going home. Why? Because most of the folks, according to them, don't have a vaccine. So without the vaccine, they were healed, which means their immunity saved them naturally. So to say the natural immunity doesn't work, that is how backwards is that? And show me the person in Barbados. Bring me one person, 2 people, bring me 5 people in Barbados out of the 10,000. That's 5, because 1 is a little too minuscule. That's the word for the day, minuscule. That's the word they use. That's the buzzword now. So obviously 1 person is too minuscule. Bring me 5 people in Barbados who have had COVID that have got reinfected. Achilles heel. Bring them. Bring them to prove that the natural immunity. Bring me an individual from last year who have had COVID, or anybody who out of 10,000 who have had COVID that had got reinfected. Bring them. Because the funny thing is this, I'm not debating they test positive, because the truth is y'all have switched and shifted this PCR testing and the threshold cycles that y'all are determining when a person is positive. Why can't y'all tell Barbados what number y'all use to verify a positive test, a positive PCR test in Barbados? Because it's 45. y'all are using 45. That's why the numbers are so high all of a sudden, because anybody with a sniffle is going to test positive. Why? Because that's just how the machine works. That's how it works. Although 35 means that the virus is dead and is minuscule, and therefore you can't contract it, let alone infect anybody. But yet a person coming in with a threshold of 40, 45, y'all say a positive. Those are all false positives. Yet y'all congesting and overwhelming the system, got these nurses agitated on the verge of burnout. I met a nurse this weekend, and because I told her that I don't believe in the mask, I don't wear my mask unless I'm in some place of business. The woman flipped out on me. I mean, she totally went off and tell me how I am the problem. People like me, you anti-vaxxers, I would never. And how can I be an anti-vax when I got vaccines? Well, that's crazy. I'm not against no vaccine. Who gonna call me an anti-vaxxer? I was going to ask where she got that word from. And what does it mean to be anti-vaxxer, anti-vax? What's an anti-vax? Vaccine is spelled with a C, not an X. So what's the anti-vax? Anyhow, that's irrelevant. My point I want to make is that they are creating this two-class society, family. No one is talking about the individuals who have decided that they're going to take a different approach and they're going to rely on the treatment of COVID. Although all this time, nobody's talking about treatment. Never once, none of these so-called doctors, ministers, none of them is discussing treatment. If you're saying you're trying to get through this together and we're all in this together and the vaccines are for those who want the vaccines, well, if there's a group of people in your society, especially almost half the society, who clearly don't want nothing to do with what you're doing, what is the plan for them? You have not discussed, madam, anything in terms of treatment. Well, for those who are not willing to take the vaccine, we are working on looking at ivermectin. If that's what the one drug is called. I don't remember the name. The thing is ivermectin is what it's called. It could be wrong pronunciation, but y'all know what I mean. Or some other alternate method, whether we're going to look into research on the steaming, if that is effective. We're going to look into the vitamin C, if that's effective. And, we're going to look into these things. But no, there's no conversation about what we're going to do with the individuals who, for quote unquote, religious reasons, philosophical reasons, or what other reasons they choose not to have the vaccine. There's no dialogue as to what about those individuals. So if they catch COVID, quote unquote, and you die, we can't help you. But if you die from COVID, you got a post plan in the hereafter. Don't worry about it. Like the 77 virgins or the 70 virgins for the Muslim guy. Madness, family. This thing is exposing itself. So now that they're going to implement these so-called safe zones, know what's coming next, family. You ain't allowed to go places. And if you go places, you'll be fined X amount of dollars. This is what they're going to tell you, although it's all illegal. That's what's going to come. And what's the point of creating safety zones if anybody can still go there? So there's going to be a penalty to discourage you from going there. So although you're not being told it's mandatory, you're going to be, it's like the money in Barbados have been devalued, but rather than say devalue, they inflate the price of the goods. So rather than lower the value of the money where you have more money in your hand, they raise the price of the goods where you got to pay more for it. It's just smoke and mirrors, family. So they're mandating it on paper, but they're going to create a scenario where you have no choice but to comply or stay home. For now, we'll get to you later. That clearly is the hidden agenda. So my question tonight is, that's why I said last week, I ain't about the marching, the protesting, I ain't about the beach and all that stuff. That was not to disrespect or put any shade on anybody. People got to know what people have to know what level they at. Me, Parabellum, family, Parabellum. Now, we got to prepare for war, man. And I hate to say that. And I don't necessarily mean war on a physical level, but war on a spiritual level. Because we don't deal with this. If it gets to the physical, we'll deal with that then. And believe me, we'll deal with that then. But right now, family, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. This is not about flesh and blood. This is obvious that we're dealing with entities here from a different realm. These cats ain't even human, man. They're not even functioning with no form of empathy, no form of love, no form of understanding. They talking to you like they talking to some platoon. telling you what to do and what's going to happen, and you better do it because we're going to get. And they make it inclusive as if this is one battalion. Let me say this to you very carefully, family. These individuals, I don't know if they're clones, if they're real or not real. I know one thing. I know they ain't got no empathy and no love for the rest of us. So for me, all I'm saying, family, is we need to centralize and realize that we in this together, and there's no cavalry coming. And even if there's a cavalry coming, let the cavalry come and find us ready and waiting. Ready and waiting. You know what I mean? Real thing, man. They so less, man. They so less, man. No humanity. Look, man, this is evident. We should have been growing food, but definitely agree. Start growing it now, man. Curtis, give thanks for the energy, family. Mia, make it clear that the majority made a decision, and what the majority says goes. Well, that's the illusion, brother Curtis. Because she says so doesn't make it so. That's how they justify the crimes they commit, by telling us this stuff. I guarantee you. And the majority of Barbados took this vaccine. I know that for a fact. They got to tell you that. Why? Because they're politicians. When have a politician ever told you the truth about numbers? Cheers. A politician ever told you the truth when it comes to, if they can't even get the Auditor General report, let me go there real quick. If they can't even get the Auditor General's report right, and the discrepancies with the numbers, the point where you got over $500 million missing in one area, and 50 million, all kind of millions of dollars missing all across the administration, all across. What makes you think that the numbers they telling you is accurate? This is the thing that behooves me. I use the word behoove. That's madness. Real thing, family. So we know for a fact that the dashboard is crap. It don't add up. Whatever they tell you is crap. It don't add up. The fact that they talking is crap. It don't add up. But they pushing an agenda, and that's what we got to pay attention to. This is all now leading. This thing went from you're going to protect our vulnerable, the elderly, to the over 60s, to the over 50s, 30s, to now the over 12, to now where we got safety zones. They want to quarantine people and segregate people. This whole thing about quarantine at home, check this out, family. Let me show you the science of this thing. You test positive and you ain't got the vaccine, hold this anchor bracelet. We are placing you under house arrest. We're going to start to deploy the defense force. The next thing they're going to do, family, is deploy the defense force to just patrol and track people and recover people who might have strayed off their path. Mark my word. The minute you see the defense, let me say this, man. Let me say this now. See the Royal Barbados Police Force. Let me speak to y'all for a minute, man. Let me speak to y'all for a minute, man. The minute, right? The minute Barbadians, because the Royal Barbados Police Force are only officers in uniform. But you, the average citizen of this nation, is an officer outside of uniform. You have the same exact capacity to do exactly the same thing that the man in uniform has to do. Did you know that? He has no more authority over you than you over him. But they play that game because of the side piece. You know what I mean? Only because of the side piece. Because without the side piece, a lot of them would approach certain people the way they approach people. But they play that game because they know that you may not know. But the minute you see the defense force on the ground in Barbados, right? When you see boots on the ground in Barbados, family, the minute you see the defense force patrolling with police in conjunction, right? Understand, that's an act of war. That's an act of war. That's a military unit. The police are supposed to be peacekeepers, not law enforcers. They don't have to force the law on you. Their role is to keep the peace. Get it? There is a significant difference. There's a major significant difference between a peace officer and a law enforcer. Just like there's a distinct difference between the military, the defense force, and the Royal Barbados Police Force. The defense force is to defend by force. Question: what are they defending? These are questions we got to start asking ourselves, family. Are we ready for this? Because it's about to hit the fan. It's about to hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here trying to sing missiles and scare tactics. All I'm saying is that big up to Bongo Lights, by the way, and the Barbados concerned citizens for putting that work this weekend, preparing the land to plant food. I mean, I saw some videos. Bongo Light though, how come you? I didn't see you with the sword. I see you holding camera. I didn't see you putting in the work, but I know you put in work though. I'm sure you put in work. Because I see your garden before the yams, potatoes in the yard. So I know you're a man that know your thing. So, but I thought it was funny though. I didn't see the videos where you work, and I see videos where you on the camera. But it's funny. Camera light. Anyhow, big up to the concerned citizens for sure for putting in work. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, this is the time for marching and protesting, family. Because Bellum family, prepare for war. Prepare for war. Straight. Because we ain't gonna get no peace, family, no other way. And it's evident by these safe zones. Because the next step is the digital ID. Hence, this whole thing about Republic, it's starting to make sense now. Because the Republic going to give them access to all the land that's supposed to be Crown land. That land now becomes theirs in essence. Although it is ours, they're going to have access and they're going to decide from a socialist perspective, well, this is what we're going to do with this. They're going to decide what they want to do with it. Y'all have not noticed right now in Barbados, a lot of the old buildings that was there for years are suddenly being demolished. Have y'all not noticed in all this pandemic, all the other needs we have as a people, a lot of these old derelict buildings that were all over the place just sitting there are suddenly just being demolished, and the sites being cleared away? Y'all ain't noticing that? Okay. Y'all ain't paying attention, man. Alex, where you at? This is it's about the land, family. It was always about the land. All these they talk about elderly and nursing homes. Listen, I have seen what they have done to elderly people who have allegedly tested positive for corona and sent to St. Lucie. I've seen what they've done to these elderly people. They have neglected them to the point where a lot of them have passed away, and they may have had pre-existing these issues, but by leaving them there doing nothing, not treating them, not dealing with them accordingly, and probably giving them the vaccine, might have compromised their immune system. Why? Because they have never done this before with anybody. So Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, none of them could tell you exactly what would happen to your immune system because it had never been tested before. We are the clinical trials. They admitted that last year when they request to the University of the West Indies to use the Caribbean as clinical trials. So why is it that no one is understanding this, but yet you talking about 100 and somebody half the population taking a jab? They ain't taking no job. They're part of the trial. And the information is now coming out as to what it does to people. By the way, my condolences to the nurse from the Delaware clinic. I don't recall her name right now. I met this sister a year. Remember I told you all the time back about Reginald Devon that had broke out in hives because of the drink I had made. He was allergic to nuts and his whole organs swelled up. This nurse is really one of the ones that helped him, resuscitate him. A really powerful sister from down there in town by Reed Street, Mason Hall Street, I think is what it's called. I could be wrong with the address, but I don't remember the sister name, but I knew her. Every time she saw me, she would always send love, always walking, brisk, healthy woman, strong, robust woman. I was told she passed away. And I hope her family gets an autopsy done. If you can even get one done legitimately through this system, because I don't think anybody does it here privately. This is so more strength to the family and to all those who have passed away again in the last couple of days, because we keep hearing more and more deaths all of a sudden. This thing in Barbados, a whole year last year, we had plenty of clusters. The bus crawl, remember the bus crawl, the bars down First Street, you know, the cruise, all kind of stuff going on with tourists escaping, jumping walls, all kind of stuff. And we never had this. When Alpha, the deadly one, was running around Barbados rampant. And here it is now. We got vaccines, and everybody's sick and everybody dying. And nobody want to pay attention to that. And the only solution is to have safe zones so that you, Madam Minister, that don't want to divide the country and keep everybody together, you are creating a problem by your tactful and suave sorcery. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on everybody, but the rest of us see clearly through your smoke screen. Nevertheless, I will say this much. By creating the division in this nation, you have shown us that you're not interested in the whole nation. Because had you been interested in the whole nation, you would be having a conversation as to what are we going to do with the individuals. Since you are so convinced that this thing is so deadly, you'd be having a conversation as to what to do with the others who decided not going that route. What is the plan? Are you going to offer treatment through some means of medicine? Are the doctors in Barbados coming together? These guys here need their license revoking, quite frankly. I have not seen a panel of doctors discussing treatment. How I'm sure doctors in Barbados got plenty of. Let me show how hypocritical this thing is. There are people enough going doctors nowadays, or these days, I should say, nowadays. These days, I laugh at myself. They go to the doctor, little sniffle, little issues, whatever. So doctors are aware that people are coming to them with different issues. Are doctors coming together, conversing on a panel? Do they have a doctors team that compare and converse about what's going on with COVID? How do you treat so-and-so? Well, I did this. Are they comparing notes on what worked, what didn't work? Nothing of the such. We're not hearing none of these conversations. You're not hearing anything about anything remotely close to that. All you're hearing they're saying is vaccine, 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 vaccine. Nothing else. So nobody has the interest or the rest of the country or the rest of the nation at heart, except those who have the interest in such a thing. So what I'm suggesting, family, is let me just pull away. Let's pull away. It don't make no sense waiting till they force you in a corner, threaten your job, put you in a position where you can't go to any safety zone. Otherwise, you'll be fined. Or we'll let some come out to shake their ass. Pardon me. The party. Yeah, pardon me. Entertainment. So you get to come out, the insulting of the intelligence and the integrity. I'll let you come out to dance and drink, but you gotta take the vaccine to do it. You know how, you understand the gravity of the immorality and sadistic, diabolical plot that implies. You got to stay home, but I'll let you come out to dance and drink with some other ones like you, only if you take this jab. You get to walk up that way. I'll let you walk up if you take a jab. The sad part is I'm sure there are a lot of folks who are going to line up to do that. So, y'all see me laughing and smiling, right? But it's too serious to be taken serious here. I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh, man. Not because it's funny, but because it's that serious, man. If I don't laugh, I probably would cry. The real thing, man. I don't even know. You know, they say my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. I mean, I've heard that a lot growing up. And he said the good is good in a way because the sick will keep with the sick. Man, Omar, I overs you on that. But here's the reality, man. You know, a lot of individuals did not choose this because they want to be. A lot of individuals chose to do that because they were concerned, because the fear tactics and the idea that you might lose your job, might lose your mortgage, might lose your car, you try that college, you know, the fear. So a lot of individuals went ahead out of fear. So a lot of individuals aren't really sick because, like I said, natural immunity works. Why? Because we had natural immunity for a whole year. Vaccine just came out a few months ago. Prior to that, everyone that got sick, most people rather, majority, over 90% of the people, get this out, over 90% of the people, over 95% of the people, over 98% of the people. This is how you know this is a fraud. They say natural immunity doesn't work, but yet over 98% of the people all across the world who have gotten COVID or Delta or Elta or Helter Skelter or whatever it is these days have recovered naturally before there was a vaccine. Everyone. Over 98% of the people who have contracted any one of those variants, especially Helter Skelter, I like that one, recovered naturally, but yet they claim it doesn't work. They're not even having a conversation about how best can it be boosted and what are they. I mean, they're not having no conversation about it, period. The only conversation they're having is you will take this job or lose your job. Or what's lately is that we're going to put a safety zone and you're not allowed to enter the safety zone. And if you're caught in a safety zone, you will be fined. And Trinidad is 5,000. And the businesses, if you go into a business and the business owner is caught selling you something or giving you something, it's going to be 25,000. Which means that because they can't possibly have people at every store, every corner, following everyone, it means that they're going to find a different way to track you. They're going to find a way to have access to cameras. Your digital ID, like I said before. Anyhow, share screen. I know, I didn't forget. I know. It's after 9 already, believe it or not. Let me share this. Right now, family, I want y'all to see this right here. Well, I'm going to share it on Jump here, man. This how sick this is, man. This is. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. I see you. All right. Got you. Yeah. Let me go. Which one I'm going to go to first? Let me see here. Yeah, let me put this one first. This will be fun. I want y'all to see this, man. And I don't even know if y'all prepared for this because this is going to enrage y'all, I'm sure. All right, my screen share. Is it up? If you can see the screen, family, I can't. If you can see the screen, this particular, let me feed forward. The browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen to see if this can. I've never seen this before. I wish I could. I wish I could show you the camera. I'll take a picture. It says the browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen to see if this continues. All right. Can't see anything. Yeah, I realize. I don't know. I realize. I got a message here. It sent me a message. Never seen it before. I want to take a picture. I'll take a picture. All right. Yeah, it sent me a message, man. It told me that it said, I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me see if y'all can see that. I don't know if y'all can see that. Probably not. I don't know. The glare. Don't worry about it. I don't know. Anyhow, that's all right. I'm going to try that again and try. I want to do what it says and see what happens, man. Yeah, try a different one. Don't put that information out there, man. You crazy. Try a different one. Okay, I'm going to try a different one. Let me see what happens. Okay, I put this one up now. Put another one. Let's see what happens. Oh, the browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen to see if this continues. All right. Empress Fayataki, greetings, family, on YouTube. Oh, by the way, shout out to the YouTube family. I give thanks for the link, family. Give thanks for sharing it. Yes, Lamamba, I see you, General. Oh, man, they're saying the same thing again. They didn't let me show this one, but that's all right. Hold on. Now I'm going to fix that. Hang on a second. Yeah, I'm going to fix that. I'm not going to fix that. Let me copy this real quick. First, I'm going to drop the link here in the chat. I'm going to drop that in the chat. We can see it. Oh, wait a minute. You've seen it now, Isis? But no, I don't think so. We can't see it. I don't know. I'm not sure, Isis. You're being blocked. Miss Arlene, you might have a point, but nobody can block the INI Rastafari, right? Or you can block the Rasta. And your family. That's why I dropped in the link in the chat if you can see it. If I can get this on YouTube, I'll try to do so. Give me a second here. That's one of them. I'm gonna try another thing. Hold on, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna fix this. They can't beat me. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all how I'm gonna fix this quick. They can't beat me. There's no fool. What are we gonna do this here right now? We sharing screen one. We sharing screen two. We're gonna. All right, hold on. Let me reset this thing here real quick. This is how we're gonna do this. We sharing. I'm sharing. Fix this here real quick. Y'all can't do it. There you go. There you go. See? There you go. Y'all, man. If you ain't dealing with that stuff, this family, this is what's going on right here. This is what's here. If y'all can see this. Yes, family, coronavirus. WHO. Get this. These bastards, man. So you can urges African nation. I ain't gotta tell y'all, man, to keep expired vaccine. Yeah. This is the BBC. That, you know, this is the guy in the basement with the foil hat. This isn't the anti-vax talking. My nurse friend, by the way, let me say this. I mentioned it earlier. I apologize if I offend you in any way. I understand your agitated denial and the work you do and the countless bodies you see that you take very serious. I understand this, and in no way that I offend you in the level of which you clearly were offended. You know, I apologize, like for real, because I don't think that you meant any harm, but I realize how passionate you are about it. I commend you on that, but I feel the same way about what I do as well. Except I have love for you, man. I ain't gonna resent you because you have a different view from me. But I realize that, you know, you're allowed to be empathetic towards other people. Again, disagree. I gotta agree, or else we can't. And that's what's poisoning the minds of individuals. And at this point, you gotta see past that, family. That's why I don't want to subscribe to that. You want to be sick, because that we could say that, but the reality is a lot of people even though they're sick mentally, and this is really not just a physical situation. In the corner, I'm just saying, let's draw a line and man. That's all I'm saying. They want to give extra vaccines to Africa. That sounds crazy, right, family? I'm telling family, write this down. Let's write this down. I'm not going to all this. Right? Write this down. When you all get a chance, go read this article. This is gonna blow your mind, man. About that world health again. That's how you can't trust these cats. This is exactly why you can't trust them. This is why you can't trust them. And let me go a little step further. Let me go one step further. You write that down. Give me some thumbs up, some feed forward, or something. Let me know that y'all. Right now, I've been in the dark. Of course, I can't see my gear. I can't see the server. I can't see what's going on. So I trust that y'all are still there. Please feed forward. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what's going on. Talk to me. That's all I got to tell you. But Noel, see you. Always got to shout out Mike Guyana. The guy needs for sure. Without question, man. Big up to the family. Always the best title. Can't stand me at all, man. Two of the best titles in Barbados, right? Probably the whole Caribbean. I'm bigging up these man called the official. You can close my eyes and back on it. But here's another thing, family. Write this one down. Check this out. Check this out, family. Write this one down as well. This is interesting. This happened a while ago. I came across it. I'm saying, wait a minute. A little while ago. So check this out. Let me the vaccines mindset. This one is in and one is New York. But the one in New York, check this out. They're saying now, we'll have to do it again. They're saying now that 100 people were vaccinated. That may be the case if you got the Pfizer BioNTech COVID vaccine at the former NFL Experience Building anytime from June 5th to 10th. Apparently, used during those days, golf in the game, so to speak. ATC, the New York City government, to administer vaccines at that location, committed an oopsie. Make that many oopsies over the course of it's too long. In this case, too long meant past the vaccine's expiration date. Now check this out. It didn't check these expiration dates and ended up injecting 899 people with expired with. Okay, no problem, because after all, Africa is supposed to keep them and use them. That's no big. Why is this a big deal? Let me go on. I don't want to see Biden get maybe look at this man. His booster shot. Funny because notice they shipped the camera when he got the shot though, but anyhow, I just kind of noticed that. But anyhow, that's irrelevant to me. Or him. So now you got okay. There during that time period, effectively gotten no doses. Why is that? You will have to start all over again. Let me show you how this program is real. the first dose of expired vaccines, they again and get how many? Have to get two. They don't get the 2 doses again. They have to get 2 more doses. 2 more. First dose would be right. First is 1, and then hold on, and then they have to get 2 more. Equals how many? Y'all need to read this article though. I ain't gonna go. No. Surprisingly, Essential Services issued an apology in its read. We apologize for the inconvenience to those receiving the vaccine batch in question and want people first and foremost to know that being advised that there is no danger. While this is certainly an inconvenience, getting an expired vaccine is not begun to resemble tofu, as the vaccine did not get contaminated with other pathogens. Expired doses probably won't. Expired doses probably won't make you sick. Well, probably is a fact, but anyhow, y'all keep trusting it. Okay, and so check this out. They said Africa to keep expired vaccines. The main concern is that such expired doses may have lost the key component, the Pfizer RNA, mRNA, and the lipid nanoparticles LNP. By the way, family, the lipid particles is something y'all need to look up. All you parents that give your children this job, please look this up. Let me go back real quick. Where am I? The key component of vaccines are the messenger RNA, mRNA, and the lipid. Tiny ball of fat. mRNA is like the egg of the ego of a narcissist. That's interesting. Very fragile. Survival side is that's even more interesting. That's why you know me. That's down with that. You know that's never mind. They try to put the hip hop and clearly. That's why that song. Down with OPP. You know me. You down with OPP. Anyway, get down when designing the vaccine for a narcissist. The NLP from falling apart before it is delivered to the cell of your body. LNP and enclosed mRNA will break down. That's why the manufacturers give each body. Once you go beyond that, no guarantee. See, that is no guarantee that LNP and mRNA are still intact and effective. There is no guarantee that the LNP are still intact and effective. This is like outside stuff. What they're basically saying is they're sure it can. You see what I'm saying? Of course, just because vaccine doses are past the expiration date, that they won't work. Still remain viable after the dates have passed. It's not clear past that expiration date the vaccine So wait, hold on. It's not clear though how far past the date of expiration if they actually knew the date of expiration. As well, go write this down. Read this article, family. Is a must read. It's a must. It's a must. It's a must. You're breaking up. Can't hear you well. The fake president. That's going to happen once I start doing stuff like this. So once you can still hear me, if you can still hear me, if you can't hear me, that's fine. Write the article down or read it. You'll get the gist of what I'm basically saying. In one case in New York, we need to get rid of the vaccines that are expired and start all over. But because the African community keep the expired vaccine. It brings me to my final point, family. Yeah, it brings me to my final point, family. Now, I have a video, but I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show it. All right, Emotion, I see you. They won't give a flying. All right, AJ Jomo. But it's a fact. You are breaking up bad. Yeah, we know that's going to happen. Wait, if I'm hopefully by now I'm no longer breaking up. Can't hear you good. Yeah, I'm sure that things are better now though. Once I go to share stuff, at first it wouldn't even let me share the link separately. So that's why I had to do it the way I had to do it and then go back and forth. But like I said, family, man, we already know why. My brother told me earlier today that I don't need security. I laughed. I told him I already have. He just couldn't see them. Black Lion, big up to Black Lion Security and Investigation. I got to thank them people there for sure, without question. Big up to Black Lions, without question. Family, I want to say this to you right now, family. In Trinidad as we speak. Remember, we wanted 10,000 a week for the whole month of October and the last week of September because we have some vaccines that were on the verge of expiration in Barbados. Well, in Trinidad and Tobago, the Prime Minister has now announced that he is going to keep, refrigerate, and use the expired vaccines, especially ones that were given, not the ones that they got for free, but the ones that were given to them that didn't get used up. He plans to use them on people. And he announced this, I think, a few days now, and he's been pushing this whole agenda. Now, I have a clip that's a bit long about him. I want to play part of what he was saying, but I said, you know what? I'm not going to do that because what I'm noticing again is the same Caribbean trend. Because Trinidad been had restrictions and zoning. You can go here or you can't go here. You can take this bus, but not this bus. So, family, they're going to look to restrict all movements and all access to your basic supplies. This is why I'm saying we ain't got time to be protesting Hill, because it may come a point where you ain't got nothing and may want to wish you could get inside the Hill because there ain't nothing else to get. So what I'm saying is, rather than wait, family, Bellum family, prepare for war. Prepare yourself mentally, prepare yourself spiritually, prepare yourself physically, because the reality is they have declared war. They have declared war. They don't mind the fancy words with COVID and deaths with people and vaccine. Look, let the dead bury the dead, man. That's the page I'm on at this point. With no disrespect. Man. It's all love, man. But I can't, within my right mindset, and watch these individuals who are clearly non-human at this point push an agenda and divide this nation any further than it's already been divided, rather than seeking ways, amicable ways, to bring it all together so collectively we can work together to eradicate this foreign enemy called Corona, if it really does exist. What I'm saying is, let's take it serious. Let's first start protecting those who are most vulnerable so that we can focus on them. And here's the best part, family. And I know they listen to my podcast, I know they listen to this broadcast because they be almost repeating it verbatim, like I said the last time. Let us focus on the most vulnerable. And she said tonight, our prime servant, there's going to come a time, listen to this carefully, and somebody please find this clip and play it back. Please find this and send it to me. There's going to come a time where we're going to have to forget all the numbers and the cases per day and the dashboard, because the numbers don't tell us anything. They don't mean anything. She said we're going to have to focus on those who are most vulnerable. I wonder where she got that from. Like that was that we should have been doing that anyhow. Wasting resources on people. The brother in the wheelchair, big up to the brother, by the way, and I'm glad you met the videos too. More strength to you, because they're doing bare foolishness to people. Pure foolishness. Let's focus on, if you claim the corona is real and whatnot, okay, let's focus on those who really are the ones who are most likely to have problems. The rest of the people, let them go about their life accordingly. Because they're not, the brother right there, he showed no signs of being sick. He clearly wasn't on the verge of death. Why he up there for what? We don't want to touch anybody. What kind of madness is that? So you're telling me and the rest of this country that the only people in Barbados who have corona are the people who are Lucy and the people that you test are positive? The whole country probably got corona by now. Asymptomatic. I keep saying that, and I've gotten over it. Asymptomatic. You're supposed to test people to verify they're not positive for corona before you give them an injection, according to World Health, according to FDA, and according to CDC, according to Pfizer, according to AstraZeneca, according to Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, everybody else. You're supposed to test to make sure that you're not giving someone who is currently infected with corona the vaccine. Are y'all testing people before you give them the vaccine? Are y'all testing people before you give them the vaccine? Are you testing people before you give them the vaccine? No. Y'all are doing, so what I'm saying, family, is that there's a lot of information that's not happening. And they claim they're going to but start focusing on numbers and the cases per day and start focusing on those who are most ill. Well, that was one of the smartest things she said all since this thing started, quite frankly. So let me get real, man. Let me get real. Let me draw a line, family. Let's not wait till they come. Let's focus on what we got to do. Let's get our school systems up and running. Let's get our healthcare up and running. Let's get our family housing situation up and running. And I can't stress this enough again. Let's get our food security up and running. I can't stress that enough. I can say that 4 or 5 times, because at the end of the day, if you can't feed the family, school is irrelevant, and health is going to be on the decline. Housing security is a must, especially security. Black Lion need recruits. We building. Resources going to come, family. That's all I can tell you. The same manna fell from heaven before, and we was good. The universe will provide accordingly. You'll see Al Qaeda find millions of dollars and cash months a weapon. I'd be saying some shit. Y'all didn't see Al Qaeda find millions of dollars in cash and cash months a weapon, whole armories, tanks, and vehicles and all kind of stuff, like a gift from God. Cheers. Y'all playing, man. Me ain't playing, though. Y'all think this is a joke. No, y'all think this funny. It's funny. It's funny. You got nurses on the brink of collapse. Nurses are overwhelming Barbados. I mean, overwhelmed. They can't even fathom the psychological impact this is having on our healthcare for the frontline workers. I guess doctors to some extent. But I've never been in the hospital and seen a doctor work hard. I see the nurses work. 24/7. I see the doctors pass through occasionally, write the clip, and then pass back out. I see the nurses going all day, every day. So I know for a fact nurses are overwhelmed all across the world. But see, Barbados, even so more because they understaffed, underpaid, and undersupplied. They got to perform miracles every day. Meanwhile, the people in charge of the hospital carry all the money and everything else, and nobody want to say nothing. Y'all know what the hell's going on, man. Big up to all the nurses, even the one that don't like me. That's all good, sis. I feel your pain, sis. I feel your pain, man. I don't mind you calling me all them names. Are you okay? I feel your pain, man. I do this for the love. I do this for you. I do this for you. Because they insist the more you got to sniff cocaine, you might want to say, no, you ain't doing it. And you shouldn't be forced to. You shouldn't be forced to do it if they had some medical reason for doing it. You know what I mean? This for you, man. It's time to stock up, family. Straight up. You know what I mean? Stock up. You men on the block, start planting food, man. Y'all on the blocks all day long, man. Plant food. Plant food. Plant food, man. You got youths and stuff. You got family like elderly. Plant food. Start dealing with the herbs and stuff. You know, learn about which herbs deal with. Look, they got the Panadol plant growing wild in Barbados. Y'all don't even know that the Panadol. We need to do a special segment on herbs and stuff and show the different plants in Barbados. And you know, we gonna do that. We gonna special Sunday school edition. Out in the wild, out live Sunday school in the ground. Out live, man. Nature walk. We gonna do some stuff. Nature walk Sunday school. We gonna hook it up, man. RPM thinks she's a one-woman army against the Barbadians. Against we Barbadians. You know what? You know what? That may be a train of thought. But she said one thing about the DNA about this country. One thing she needs to remember about the DNA of this country is that we, the indigenous people of this country, are still here. We still here. And the unions of this country have let down the people. So your talks with the private sector and unions, if the unions are not standing up for the people, get rid of the unions. Get rid of them. Because any union rep that come and tell you or suggest you do something that you don't want to do is not representing you. He has already sold you out. She has already sold you out. So don't make that kind of sport, family. Straight, man. The brother said that the elder said, you know, don't keep pets in your house. The pets can carry it. It jumps from animal to human. I suppose it go back from human back to animal and then back again. I used to say she just grew a Panadol plant. The brother said he have it. Nice. Everything. Listen, emotion. I got a few other brothers on here and a few sisters that I know herbalists. My sister, man, look. So this is the thing, family. We ain't putting the people out there, man. But we want the information on the plants and the herbs by visual as well. And those who would, you know, come forward and speak on behalf can do so, man. We can hook up something because I know a few plants and herbs. I can't say you got a whole, you know, all thing, but it's all good. Boost your immunity, of course, naturally. The whole vaccine shut down. People right now, cancer again is on the rise. People dying of cancer left, right, and center. Cancer that they had under control for years. They went and got the jab, and all of a sudden now the cancer came back, and bam, they gone, took them out. You know, so build yourself, family. Build yourself. Daffodil. Ought to keep showing your sister right there, man. More strength to you. More strength to you, man. What time is it, family? 9:44. Damn, I didn't realize it was like that. Okay. So now the Caribbean leaders want to use expired vaccines, right? And now they're telling Africa to use expired vaccines. And yet, New York had a little thing, and they got to go everything all over again. So you see what I'm trying to show you, right? I hope you see what I'm trying to show you. Enough is enough, family. Find that clip where she said that, man. We going. There come a time we just got to ignore that and focus on those who really ill. That was, she just told you where this thing is going here, family. You can't say you have not been told. One thing the devil can't do is lie to you. Devil must tell you the truth. Even if you twist it, it's up to you to know to read between the lines. You can't say you have not been told, man. As far as over the world, the vaccine working across the world, natural immunity was working across the world. If you deal with the gross, in terms of the gross value of things in terms of the world, if you think about demographics and societies in different places and countries that are much bigger than Barbados, if America has in 300 million people and 3 million people got ill and died from corona alone, again, like I said, less than 98% of all the world's population, every country reported deaths with no vaccines and nothing for a whole year. It didn't. At no time did it peak or climb past 2, 3, 4, or 5% of the population. Never in no country before vaccine did that happen. Funny how we got vaccine now, we can't seem to control nothing. Israel again, maybe we can talk Israel, but no one wants to talk about Israel. I've never heard anyone in Barbados who work in this department of COVID or whatever speak about Israel. None. That's right. And your family. That's my thing for the night, man. Let's prepare, man. Bellum family. Bellum family. Prepare for war. Because it's coming. And it ain't make no sense. I remember that officer told me the day to walk, don't promote the violence. Don't push the violence right now. But my brother, when is the right time to push that, man? Let me know. Because clearly y'all ain't getting it, man. Y'all ain't getting it, man. People right now are concerned, man. People are concerned. And the way this thing looking is like, you trying to tell people they don't have a choice. Well, how could you not have a choice? How could you not have a choice when God gave you the ability to have a choice? That's the first thing he told you to do. Choose. Well, if there are going to be consequences to our actions for choosing to not be a part of that, then it's going to be consequences to your actions for trying to force us to be a part of that. Just remember that you put this in motion. And we give thanks. And we will defend the faith. Believe that. Believe that. Yes, Kimar. When the dead people this man get shot in the chest, had a big hole in them, have COVID on it, 2 attacks. Yep, spike the cases, man. Make them report every death as COVID. They want the awakened to go back to sleep, but it will never happen. Nah, this not nah. We again, family. Gideon's army wasn't the 33,000, man. They only want 300. The faithful 3. It don't take much, so we good. We good. We do what we got to do so that we can do what we need to do. You know what I mean? Bottom line. Bottom line. Like I said, man. See this? Pacem, Bellum. India had natural immunity from the Delta variant ripping through there with low vaccination rates among the population. They didn't want to hear that though. We had natural immunity in 2020. So that's what that was in case nobody realized. Everyone across the world. Look at the chart for 2020. Just go do this when you get a chance. Look at the chart for 2020 across the world. How many cases they had of corona? How many deaths of corona? I understand you subtracted to everybody else who had corona recovered naturally. They recovered naturally. There wasn't no vaccine to save them. Their own immunity saved them. And your immunity keeps stuff in memory. So you can't tell me that the next time it comes around, you're going to catch it worse. See, when your body wasn't prepared for it, it surprised you. So you can fight it. So it might overwhelm you. But when it come back, how can it come back and you be worse? That, I mean, even the thinking of it is absolutely asinine. Madness, man. It's pure madness. Backwards thinking at best. So you're suggesting to the whole world that if you happen to have a breakthrough case and caught corona a second time, your body ain't going to recognize it from the first time it fought it and be in a better position to fight it. I'm done. I'm out of here, man. I can't take this no more, man. You can't make this stuff up, family. They are banking on the ignorance of the people. There's no way anybody with the slightest form of intelligence can sit and listen to this and be comfortable. Y'all should be up and right now. All right. Anyhow, like I said, though, corona is a distraction. This is deeper than that. This is about facial recognition, digitizing the whole country and putting you into police state, socialist society. That's where this is going. All this is just smoke and mirrors to keep you busy while they put things in place. Because while they're talking all this talk, they putting things in place. Keep that in mind. This thing now about safety zones, that is the beginning. The next thing, family, you'll be told you can't go there. If not, you'll be charged. They haven't said that, but trust me, it is coming. Remember, 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 the 5th of November. On that note, Emmanuel has left the building, man. Any questions, please put it in the comments below. You can ask, but yeah, back to the family on YouTube. Big up to the family watching it on YouTube. I gotta figure out how to pull that up too while I'm doing this and not interfere. Let me see. Yeah, blessings, family. True slavery is what they want. Yeah, well, they want your soul, man. They want your soul, family. This not even about slavery, Steve. They want your soul. They want your soul, brethren. Real thing. That life force, that God energy is what they want. This is an old battle. Just new faces. Just new faces, man. Ain't nothing new. Let me put your sister here. All right, drop a tune here real quick, man. Yeah, let me drop this tune here, so man. Let me drop this tune here, so. Let me drop this tune here, man. Hold on. I got a tune to drop it. Yeah, I got it too. I don't want to put that one. Give me a second. Let me go back. I gotta go back. I'll put it from the beginning. Wait a minute. Yeah, here it is. That's it. That's not it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let me drop this tune here for me.
So full of life, me a people and you are my first choice. You are raging, you are raging fire. I'll be the ear to make it higher. You are
raging fire.
And I'm truly inspired, and I'm hungry. It is hilarious way. Give thanks to the most happy the blessed when they get best. Believe me, have your back, me have your foot, me have your leg. You are the answer and here you are said, man. Rebel, with I'll give Bulan is so firm and strong. I'll give Bulan no so full of life. Me, I'll give Bulan, you are my first choice. You are raging, you are raging fire. I'll be the here to make it higher. You are raging, you are raging fire.
Raging fire, family.
It's a company commandos. I'll give Bulan the one that shows. The one protection for the black rose. With me for a rocky road, let me carry this heavy load. Together with this type of Babylon code, mama, tremble without cause. You make me come back.
Yeah, family. These are the times, man. Let's get your house in order, family, man. Just seek peace. Seek peace. But know that if you want peace, you gotta prepare for war. It never said you had to go to war. Check the science. If you want peace, prepare for war. It never said you had to go to war, but know that if you want peace and plan to keep the peace that you find, you're gonna have to defend it, family, because there are those who will seek to disturb your peace. So the question is, how bad do you want your peace?
Your skin torn, burn like the sands of the Sahara. You protect me like a Sunday warrior. I stimulate my mind like the marijuana. When I lose me, it balance my.
And then it's forming like it's working out. Yeah, I ain't going over there. No, yeah, it's all good, family. Having fun, man. Yeah. Can't allow them to cause us to war. People to protect, not the jails, mentally in hospitals. Real thing. War with no bullets, fire. You don't know what's going on, family. You don't know, not flesh and blood, family. Those who know. I ain't gonna explain that. If you ain't get it, trust me, you ain't gonna get it. That's all right, because some folks want to stay home while this thing kick off, man. Some folks, it's better you stay home anyhow. You might only get in the way. Rust not against flesh and blood, man. Warfare in the physical and warfare in the spiritual. Warfare in the spiritual, family. Find your center, family. Get your house in order, family. Get your balance, family, because you're going to need it. You're going to need it, man. Big up to the sister for this tune right here, man. Al Kibrulan, Raging Fire, man. Kalila Rose, man. Give thanks for this sister right there. This tune, that's, it's inspiring, man. I love the lyrics, man. Y'all get a chance to listen to it, man. Powerful, man. Tonight was energy as always. I give thanks with family for, coming forward and holding on and sharing. It's always a good experience, a great experience. Much, 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 much love, family. So, like I said, it's not even about the prime servant or the others. They got their role to do, their work to do. That's cool. Make sure we doing ours, man. Take care of family. You know what I'm saying? First, agenda, food security. First and foremost. Can't live without that. Secondly, security. Need security. Housing, without question. You know what I'm saying? Health, education. All those are things that come on that bracket and that umbrella. If you can't feed the people and secure the people, none of that stuff ain't gonna matter. So let me build this thing, family, and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where we at, family. So everybody have a blessed night. Give thanks and check you all on Wednesday. And we gonna make some things happen, man. You know what I'm saying? How this last the first, Empress was there, man. Yes, one perfect balance, family. Let me not get caught like the 5 versions who wasn't ready. But let us be ready because we've been prepared properly. He who fails the plan, plans to fail. And that will not be us. One.